So can you tell me how you met Bill?
I have pretty much known Bill since we were kids. We ended up, we were at the same daycare together. He was 3 years older than me, so at that point it was,
Right.
he's icky, and and his mom babysat every once in a while, and then he went to high school and we lost touch completely. I mean, he was a high school and I was a younger grade, and so we didn't really have a connection at all. I never would have thought. And then we started working together at a restaurant, Cafe Bel Air, and the first day, I started cooking, and I remember just looking at him and just thinking, that's it. I mean, love at first sight.
You just knew?
To the T. Oh yeah, absolutely.
What was it about him? Anything in particular?
You could see his eyes. I loved his eyes, and you could just see the humor in him, and there was never a dull moment at work, ever. He was always, no matter where he's worked, he's always been the guy that's, he's quiet for about the first 2 weeks, and then you're like, holy crap, where is this guy coming from?
Those are the dangerous ones, the ones you gotta watch out for.
Yeah, he was always, there was, never a dull moment, always humorous.
At what point did there start to be problems? Or can you tell me about that leading up to Bill's death?
Leading up to it, he had gone to deer camp. That was his grandpa time. He loved his grandpa time. So he went to deer camp, would have been November 13th, 14th, a couple days before opening day. And I stayed home with the girls, and then, he had said, you need a night to yourself, why don't you go out? And I said, that sounds great. So I did. I went out, and I was so uncomfortable because whenever I went out, it was always with him or a friend or something, and nobody else could go out that night. So, so I went out and went, to the diviest bar in Antrim County, and there was a guy that was standing there, and he looked familiar, and so we talked a little bit and realized we kind of knew each other in passing, acquaintances, and he was telling me he was having a hard time going through his divorce with his wife, and and I said, listen, and it was completely innocent. I said, if you ever want to talk, just give me a call. I said, I'm here to listen, and he knew I was married. I laid that out there, from the beginning. When Bill got back from deer camp, which would have been probably the 17th or 18th of November, I was flat out. I said, there's this guy that's been calling me. He's, going through a hard time with his wife, and he understood, completely understood. And I had met up with this person, and I don't know if it was the, what do you call it, the rescuer's mentality, or
right.
The helper sort of thing, and I thought, I think I might have feelings for this guy. And so Bill and I, we sat down, we had a discussion about it, November 30th, and he left the house. He said, well, is this something we can work through? And I said, well, yeah, I mean, that's the reason I told you. And he freaked out and said, I'm packing, I'm gonna go stay at my parents tonight, and I think we're gonna have to get a divorce. And I was like, slow down, you're thinking way too fast. Yeah, he was a very, very black and white, very tunnel vision person. There's a right and wrong. There's a, together or not together. you know, you're either married or divorced.
Right.
There was just no, you know, no gray area whatsoever. And so that would have been about 6:30 that night, and that was the last time I saw him alive.